is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
sense.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't here for my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get it started. All right, Queen Fab, Nessie X, the lovely T, Al Rich is here, Pauline Williams from the UK, Claudette, that crazy beach Aries, Nessie X, Danielle, Salaikum Salam, beloved. So, Sarah is here, Emperor Rex, Samantha, Haitian Levi, Mr. Elevation, Cherokee Descendant Dale, Deronda, Mr. Mercedes is black. All right, Jacqueline, Danny. Okay, Priscilla, Christine, Queen Shay, Metal Simplicus, Claudette, Aboriginal Woman, Wavy though. All right, shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. I see you, Chrissy One Love, Dragon Lily, Wavy though, Tawana, all in the house. Okay, so let's get ready to get it started. Buckhorse DC. Okay, G from the land. All right, Bithia is here. AJ, Christine, Khalid, Harleen. Hey, y'all, TV is here. All right, Cosmic Thoughts, I see you, beloved. All right, so shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Desmond, I see you. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. All right, let's get started. Let's get it started, beloveds. Hold on just a second. Okay, there we go. All right, now, before we get into all this celebrity gossip and all these things, let's talk about some other stuff real quick. Everyone, please get the likes up. Y'all know they have the Queen Shadow Band. Pay attention. Okay, so let's talk about the Colorado teen who allegedly shot a woman in the head 20 times. It's all nefarious. Hold on, let me pull his picture up. This is all crazy. Now, this teen, of course, is being tried as an adult. This is gruesome. Absolutely gruesome. Teen charged with murder of mom. I'm sorry, this is the wrong thing. Hold on. Hold on, beloveds. Let me get my receipts together. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Colorado teen who allegedly shot woman in head 20 times with an AR-15. Now I want y'all to think about that. This is also sick. Over fender bender is to be tried as an adult. Remy Cordova was 14 when he allegedly fired 20 fatal rounds at Pam Cabrielas, who is believed to have hit his car by accident while driving home. First of all, he's 14. What's he doing driving? What is he doing driving? Now, it says Remy Cordova, who is now 17, is facing first-degree murder charges in connection with the fatal shooting of Pam Cabrielas. Now, Cordova allegedly shot her up to 20 times on the night of February 20th in 2021 while she was en route home from dinner. Okay, while driving, she accidentally hit the back of a car that Cordova was in with her car, prompting him to exit the vehicle. That's when he allegedly pulled out an AR-15 and shot her in the head. This is all so sick. Let me just share my screen so you all can see this thug. What is wrong with some people? I keep telling you all, some of these people are walking around as demons cloaked in human flesh. Please pay attention. And 14 years old, first of all, what are you doing with the car? Second of all, what are you doing with an AR-15? See, this is what I'm talking about when I say some of these parents are absolutely to blame, okay, for these thugs.
Breaking news tonight at 6, a Denver judge has ruled a teenager being held for a shocking murder will be tried as an adult. Pamela Cabrielas was killed in February of 2021. She got into a minor fender bender with another car on Colfax near I-25. A 14-year-old boy, now identified as Remy Cordova, is accused of getting out of the car to shoot and kill Cabrielas. Cordova, who is now 17, has been linked to gang activity. No date has been set for his trial. The other teen in that car at the time, the man you're seeing on that screen right there, Nashawn Johnson, has already been tried, convicted, and sentenced to 35 years in prison for his part in that murder.
This is all so egregious. All so egregious. And like I said, these parents have to start taking accountability and responsibility when they're raising these type of teenagers. It's absolutely crazy. Now, let's talk about these people getting boarded up in their own apartments. This is all crazy and clearly nefarious. Here's what they say. Now they say that the city officials claim they've been speaking with property managers since October. But nonetheless, these people have been getting boarded up in their homes. Let me just show you all the TikTok video that caught my attention that had me look into this story. It's all so crazy.
There's a 73-year-old man boarded up in this apartment. They done broke the handle off the door, boarded this man in his apartment, ain't got no right, ain't no sheriffs here.
Okay, I don't have a lot of information on this. There's been a few videos uploaded by this user about the situation. That's basically my one source. Harvey, Illinois, it appears this is lower income housing, and that a group of people, including some members of the police department, are there and have started boarding up apartments. However, they're saying that some of the apartments still have animals in them, and some of them even still have people in them, and they're boarding them up with the people inside.
All right, so we're at 144.45 and 144.37 hosted. I don't see any sheriffs here at all. No sheriffs here. And they boarding these apartments up. There's still people in these apartments. There's people living here with their kids. Section 8 is paying their rent still, and they is putting these people out their house or boarding them up. Harvey is not the sheriffs. Harvey has no control over this. They're not the sheriffs. Y'all is here with no sheriffs. Y'all boarding people up in their cribs. I'm calling the news. I'm calling the lawyers. This is so wrong on so many levels. Y'all can't do this. Y'all's not the sheriffs. Y'all don't have the right. Oh, yeah. There's an old man boarded up in this apartment right here. There's someone still in this apartment. How is he going to get out? How is he going to get out? There's not a single sheriff here. They think Harvey police allowed to do this. I don't even see Harvey police here. They boarded this 73-year-old man up in his apartment, knocked the handle off the door, and he's stuck in there. This is so wrong. Y'all is wrong for this. Y'all can't even kick people out in wintertime. Y'all know that, right? It's a law in Illinois. Y'all do know that, right? It's a law in Illinois. Y'all can't put people out in the wintertime.
Okay, so those videos were recorded at 7 p.m. on January 5th. These third-party workers showed up with some police officers and just started removing doorknobs and then putting boards over the windows, over the doors, with no occupancy signs on them. And people are claiming there are still people and animals inside many of those apartments. Of the residents left, many of them are saying that they already paid January's rent. Some of the residents include an 80-year-old woman with mobility issues, 73-year-old man who is allegedly inside that one that's already been boarded up, and a young single mother who has 2 young children. I believe you have to have a sheriff's deputy there to execute an eviction, but it doesn't sound like they're doing an eviction. It sounds like they're just boarding them up, like literally removing the doorknob without entering the apartments and then putting a board over it. They said they absolutely hear dogs barking inside of some of the boarded up homes. Homes you cannot access any longer because they're boarded up. And at least one has a 73-year-old human being inside, literally nailed inside of his apartment. I saw a few people in the comments going like, why can't we hear them screaming and yell? It's a 73-year-old man. He could be in a back bedroom. They're saying they hear him. They're saying that they're up there. They can hear him asking for help. The workers claim this was all due to an unsafe stairwell on the back side of one of the buildings. I can see the buildings have more than one stairwell. Why aren't you just roping off or closing off a stairwell and then leaving the rest until that's repaired? So they did say that when they started filming and making it clear that they were filming, they stopped boarding places up. I would hope and assume that they help people who are perhaps boarded in get out, as well as some of the animals. But I will tag the person who posted these videos on TikTok, and I will keep you posted as I learn things.
Now, how crazy is that? How crazy is that? They're accelerating our replacement, says that crazy bitch. Sarah said this is all nefarious. Hold on. And so they go on to say, I'm going to show you all a news report. Because a man named Rudolph Williams spoke from inside, said, I opened the door and here's this big piece of plywood right here. So they had boarded him up inside, just like Tizzy TNT just said. This is all crazy, honey. Let me share my screen so you all can see this foolishness. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. This is crazy.
About the unfit living conditions property managers here since October about the unfit living conditions and the ongoing crime, but tell us it was the owners who took it upon themselves to board up the apartments here. And residents say they were still inside at the time.
Rudolph.
Yeah, they broke off
the
handle.
They broke the handle off the door?
Yeah.
And you stuck up in there?
Yeah, and I opened the door, and here's this big piece of plywood right there.
Rudolph Williams is now able to walk through his opened front door after he claims crews boarded it shut with plywood while he was still inside.
What went through your mind at that very moment?
Wondering how I was going to get out.
He lives here in this apartment complex on South Halsted and Harvey, where many were apparently forced out of their homes Friday night due to what are being called unsafe and dangerous living conditions. Issues here, residents say, have been mounting for years.
My mom was 73 years old and I had to move her from over here because there was too much going on. The stairs here fell down. I fell through the stairs.
24-hour drug activity. One man was shot 5 times and dropped dead at my back door. There's no one around here picking up trash. It's been miserable.
In a statement, Harvey city leader said in part, quote, contrary to recent claims, the city did not evict anyone from these properties, but has communicated with the property owners regarding the unsafe conditions of the buildings and need to immediately rectify the dangerous living conditions. In fact, city leaders say the owners made the call as Harvey older people scramble for a resolution.
The capital improvement should never come at the expense of someone's livelihood.
66-year-old Mary Brooks, who was diagnosed with cancer less than a year ago, is now left to fight for a place to stay.
It's hard. I want to plan, but you can't plan because you don't know where you're going to move to, when you'll be able to move, how much money.
We have reached out to the property managers and the board up crew, but have yet to hear back. City officials say they will continue to monitor the situation here. At this time, it's unclear if or when exactly these residents will have to move.
That's very sad that they're doing those people like that. And then they want to sit there and say, oh, we didn't evict anyone, but you boarded people up in the house. You boarded people up in there. That old man said he opened the door and saw nothing but plywood right there in front of him. Okay, that's very dangerous. These people are sick in the head. It's all crazy. Queen Sam says, what if a damn fire breaks out and they can't get out? Right. It's all crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to go to a couple of these comments. Ocean Soul said, instead of these pork chop pastors getting jets, let's get Queen one to report news live. Thanks, beloved. Who's gonna fly it? Y'all are something else. But this is really sad that they would do this. And these are elderly people, most of them, who don't have anywhere else to go. Now, can't they do something about all the crime and criminal activity in that area? Okay, if they would get over there and police the area and keep a police presence there, well, they could clear some of that up, but they don't care to. They don't care to. When our neighborhoods are overrun with criminal activity, you think they care about doing anything about it? No. But we know they could absolutely dismantle these gangs, the Bloods, Crips, and all these others. They could absolutely dismantle them. I mean, they successfully did that to the Black Panther Party, didn't they? Who were, in fact, helping their own communities, starting WIC programs for mothers, single mothers, and also starting free breakfast programs and things like that. The ones that they still use till this day. I want y'all to pay attention. But rather, they demonized the Black Panther Party and destroyed them, took them out, and then locked them up with bogus charges and all that stuff. But these gang members are still allowed to go around here and do all kinds of mayhem. And this is because, whether you know it or not, these gang members, well, they're the foot soldiers. Okay, that's what they are. They're the foot soldiers. Some of these police officers work with them, have them out there working for them, selling their illegal substances. Please pay attention. I've given you the reports, and I'm not saying all police officers, but definitely some. Okay, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's also nefarious. Also crazy. Now let's talk about this teacher. A Louisiana teacher is accused of molesting a teen in her car while her baby was in the back seat. Wanting to be the boy's first. Wanting his virginity. This is all so crazy. High school teacher Tatum Hatch, age 32, is accused of grooming a 15-year-old boy and sending him explicit pictures on Instagram Messenger, according to authorities. Now the teacher has been accused of actually abusing the 15-year-old boy and inappropriately touching him in her car with her baby just in the back seat, according to prosecutors. Now, Tatum Hatch allegedly told the boy that she wanted to be the first person to have relations with him. And this is what was shown in court documents that were obtained. Now, on Wednesday, Hatch of West Monroe was arrested and charged with computer-aided solicitation of a minor. Hatch was released on a $10,000 bond on Thursday. Honey, her bond should have been more than $10,000, all right? So anyway, maybe it was $100,000. She had to pay 10. Now, the teacher's alleged actions came to light in December when the West Monroe Police Department contacted the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office about a student who came forward about Hatch. The boy's father allegedly told OPSO that his son confided in him about a relationship that he was having with Hatch that was inappropriate, saying it had gone on for the past year and a half. Okay. Now, the question is, was he 15 when it started, or is he 15 now? Because if it was a year and a half, then he would have been 13 when this all started. It's all so sick. Okay, so anyway, the boy's father allegedly had proof of the relationship from actually explicit Instagram messages that were screen recorded. Now, according to the court documents, Hatch allegedly wanted the boy to sneak into her bedroom window, saying she believed it was safer for him to come to her house rather than meeting at his home. When the boy told her he felt scared, she allegedly said she was worried that he would find someone else to be the first person to have relations with him. Now, on December the 16th of 2023, police interviewed Hatch, who allegedly admitted that she spoke to the boy on Instagram Messenger. The day before, Hatch was placed on administrative leave from her job as a West Monroe High School teacher. The Ouachita Parish School Board gave this information. Now, she resigned on December the 26th, according to the school board. First of all, why wasn't she fired? You see how they do? They don't want to fire these people when it looks like they look like them. Now, it's unclear whether she has retained an attorney who can speak on her behalf. It's all so crazy. Let me show you who this thug is, because that's all she is, a whole thug and a predator. Okay? People like this need life sentences as far as I'm concerned. And they're likely going to go easy on her because she's a woman, because we all know there's a double standard when it comes to women doing these things to young boys or teenage boys than it is for men who do these things to teenage girls. Pay attention. It's all crazy. So meanwhile, a top model, age 20, died by her own hands 2 years after she visited Jeffrey Epstein's island. I want y'all to pay attention. See, I just told you all the other day. Now, this woman took her life after visiting Jeffrey Epstein's island. Now, I can't say for a fact that something that she likely witnessed there or went through there was the cause of it, but it likely was. And another thing is, I just told you all days ago and yesterday, I reiterated to you that they need to go and dig up Epstein's island and see where the bones are buried. Because I'm willing to bet there's absolutely bones buried. Okay? I mean, it's no telling if people lost their lives on that island when we already know what kind of activities were going on there. And some of these people are to S&M, voyeurism, all kinds of sick fetishes. I want you all to pay attention. Okay? Now, there was one man in Hollywood who loved to beat women brutally and viciously. In fact, until he maimed them. You don't think some of those type of people were on Epstein's island? You don't think that someone could have possibly lost their life on Epstein's island and everyone just buried them and covered it all up? What about rituals? I have questions. I have questions. The fact that they will not release the real client list speaks volumes. I just want you all to pay attention. And we know that they said Kevin Spacey was over there. And we already heard about the nefarious things that he's been accused of. Okay? All sick. But let me continue. Model Rusiana Korshanova, who died by her own hand in 2008, had flown on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet to his notorious island. And it was revealed recently in released court documents that she was linked to the Epstein case. Beautiful young lady too. Very beautiful young lady. Let me show her picture. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. There she is. Now it goes on to say that she took her life by jumping from the 9th floor of her Wall Street apartment in 2008. She had previously flown on the sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's private jet to his island. Okay, this was recently, like I said, released in court documents, which I have those documents, and it's quite lengthy, like I told you all, over 900 pages. Now, it goes on to say Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Little St. James is what they call it, was known for allegedly hosting underage girls involved in Epstein's sex trafficking ring. Okay, Korshanova, often referred to as Russian Rapunzel for her knee-length chestnut hair, was just 18 years old when she traveled on Epstein's flight known as Lolita Express, and she died by her own hand 2 years later. Now, the Casa Russian model's ex-boyfriend told the New York Post that she had problems that she kept bottled up. Korshanova's connection to the Epstein case emerged several years after the model's death, when one of Epstein's most vocal accusers, Virginia Giuffre's attorney, inquired if she recognized the model. An email in the court documents, now unsealed, shows attorney Brad Edwards asking Giuffre if she recognized the model, and Giuffre replied, "I can say that I have never had any meetings with her. Sorry not to be of any help there." It is unclear what happened to Korshanova when she returned or when she arrived at the island. Now, the model, who was at the takeoff stage of her career, was featured in ads for Marc Jacobs, DKNY, Vera Wang, and Nina Ricci perfume. A U.S. court released 3 batches of documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, a millionaire and jet-setting financier who took his own life in 2019 while awaiting trial for his sex trafficking charges. Now, the documents included allegations of sexual abuse of minors against Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, as well as the names of numerous people who had been mentioned in connection with the case, including Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Stephen Hawking, and Alan Dershowitz, among others. So that's very sad. And like I said, it's no telling what this young woman saw. It's no telling what she saw. Or here's the thing. Did she really take her own life? Did she really take her own life? Christy says, Queen, did you hear about the 215 bodies buried in the back of Mississippi jail? Yes, I did, beloved. Thank you. I talked about that days ago. I even did a TikTok about it. I broke that story days ago, beloved. You heard it here first, okay? But now, and that all came from another story that I reported on that I also broke first, the story of Dexter Wade. Okay, he went missing March the 5th, and his family reported him missing, and he was buried in the same place. That's how all this stuff came unraveled. Go look up that video. I did it like days ago. Okay, so now, as I was saying, how do we know that this young woman took her own life? I mean, that's what they always tell us when people find out things or start talking about things that other people want to keep on the low. They always say that they took their own lives. Like they said, Epstein did the same thing, but did he? They said the same thing about Isaac Cappy, but did he? They said the same thing about Natasha Jait, but did she? All of these people started talking about things that were going on, that were depraved and that were perverted. And all of these people turned up deceased. Now, Jeffrey Epstein was doing the things, but he knew who else was doing it too. And he also knew who was coming to pay for those young girls that he was trafficking. So did Jeffrey take his own life? Well, I don't think he did. And this young lady very well may not have taken hers either. Maybe she saw something or experienced something that bothered her because her boyfriend said that she kept things bottled up inside. And so maybe someone was afraid of what she was going to start saying and just took her own up out of here. I find it all very interesting that a 20-year-old beautiful young lady who had a whole career ahead of her and was just breaking out turns up deceased, and they're going to tell her she did it to herself. I have several questions. All right. I have several questions at the end of the day. Anyway, let me continue. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, let's talk about it. Hold on. Let's talk about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors did his first interview, first time speaking out since his conviction, and he will be sentenced. I believe it's next month. Okay, so let me go to a clip, and then we're going to talk about his reaction to some of the questions.
From Jonathan Majors, speaking out for the first time since being convicted of misdemeanor reckless assault. Majors is known for churning out multiple box office hits, including Creed 3. He was one of Marvel's leading men, starring as Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But last March, his girlfriend at the time, Grace Jabari, accused Majors of attacking her. And in December, he was convicted in New York of reckless assault, a misdemeanor, and harassment. He'll be sentenced next month. Marvel, which is owned by our parent company Disney, dropped him. I spoke with Majors in an exclusive interview where he addressed Jabari's allegations. She says inside the car, you hit her in the face, twist her arm behind her back, fracture her middle finger.
Yeah, that did not happen.
What happened?
She went to grab the phone. I held the phone. I pulled the phone back. She came on top of me, squeezed my face, slapped me. That's all I remember.
So she ends up with a 1-inch cut behind her ear.
Laceration, yes, ma'am.
Fractured finger.
Yeah.
How did those injuries come about?
I wish to God I knew. That would give clarity. That would give me some type of peace about it.
But you're confident you didn't.
I have no question.
What's interesting about the jury's verdict, it's so nuanced because they're saying you didn't intend to injure her.
Right.
But the result of your recklessness injured her.
Right.
Were you reckless?
I was reckless with her heart.
Not with her body.
Not with her body.
In response, Jabari's lawyer said Majors' statements show a clear lack of remorse, and Jabari will continue to speak the truth. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, Majors discusses the role of race, his relationship with actress Megan Good.
All right. You all saw that. So let's talk about it. Jonathan Majors was shocked at guilty verdict, pushes back on culpability. The actor gave his first interview on Good Morning America since being convicted of misdemeanor assault and harassment in an incident involving a now ex-partner. So in an interview on ABC's Good Morning America, Majors said that he was shocked at the verdict, which carries a sentence of up to 1 year in jail. He also pressed back on his own culpability and the injuries suffered by Jabari. Asked several times by ABC News Live primetime anchor Lindsay Davis about Jabari's injuries, Majors at first said that I wish that I knew how the injuries were caused. Then pressed as to whether he was responsible for the injuries, Major said, I shouldn't have been in the car. I shouldn't have stepped out of the relationship. I shouldn't have been in the relationship. If I'm not in the car, none of this is happening. Asked again if he was saying he was responsible for that, but none of her injuries. He said, can't say that, none of her injuries. Now, the charges stem from an incident. We already know about that part. So after a 2-week trial in December, the actor was found guilty of reckless assault in the 3rd degree, misdemeanor, and harassment in the second degree, which is a violation. Asked whether he was reckless in his actions, Major said Monday that he was reckless with her heart, not with her body. He also said that he had never hit a woman and had never been a participant in domestic abuse in any of his relationships. He says, I've witnessed it, but never participated. He added that he had experienced suicidal ideation since childhood, but had since been getting the help to make sure that that has not continued. Major's text to Jabari expressing his suicidal ideations during tumultuous periods in their relationship had been shown in court as evidence of emotional abuse. Majors also brought up his own injuries he said that he had endured as part of the interaction in the car, alongside photos including a scratch on his neck, as well as the fact that Jabari had chased him down the street after the altercation in the car, pointing to the racial factor involved had he, a black man, been chasing her, a white woman. The actor, who teared up at various points in the interview, said he was shocked at the verdict. I was absolutely shocked and afraid. How is this possible? Based off the evidence, based off the prosecution's evidence, let alone our evidence. Well, it was possible because when they want to get you, they're going to get you, especially if you're a man of my own skin tone. That's just how it goes. At the end of the day, I'm sure he's regretting the day that he ever met Grace Jabari, because his career has gone down the drain, honey. And I don't think there's any coming back from it. Like I said, the next time we see him in a movie, it'll likely be on Tubi, unfortunately. That's just the sad truth about it. Majors was also asked about the radio recording played in court, in which the actor could be heard saying that he was a great man and urged Jabari to be more like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King. Honey, if he wanted somebody like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King, he should have gotten someone who looked like them. Please pay attention. Now, he said, it was me trying to give an analogy of what it is that I'm aspiring to be. These great men, Martin, President Obama, I need her, in that case, Grace, to make the same sacrifices I am making. He later called his current partner, Megan Good, who had been there throughout the trial, and GMA noted was also present for his interview, at his interview, called her an angel and said, she's held me down like Coretta. Well, too little, too late, boo-boo, because maybe he should have had a Megan Good in the first place and he wouldn't be in this predicament that he finds himself in, sadly. Okay? And I want you all to pay attention. This is what I love. I want you all to pay attention, because isn't the truth of the matter? Hold on. Kajima says, then get a sister. A carrot is incapable of being a sister. Absolutely. Okay, Reggie said Jonathan has an identity crisis. That's obvious. Yes, it's all so crazy. Because here's the thing. Isn't it interesting how when these people, step out and they end up with a Karen or a Ken, and then it all goes bad, then they want to run back to people who look like me. And then they want people who look like me to give them support. This is what happens all the time. But let me continue. So anyway, goes on to say, as for why he gave the interview now, Major said, I felt like it was time. A lot has happened. I'm in my personal life, in my career, in culture. It's about responsibility and coming forward and being brave and giving my part of the story. However, the interview takes place ahead of Major's sentencing on February the 6th, and attorneys say that it's highly unusual to make such a public statement between conviction and sentencing for fear of negatively influencing the judge's decision. The assault charge, the most serious charge that he was convicted of, carries a maximum sentence of up to 1 year in jail. But many legal experts have previously said they do not believe Majors will spend time behind bars and that he will likely appeal the conviction. Now, the judge has a wide variety of tools at his disposal at sentencing, including anger management, community service, or programming, or jail time. If the defendant says anything to piss the judge off or insults the integrity of the judicial system, I could easily see the judge giving him a taste of jail. This is what Manhattan-based criminal defense attorney Carrie London said. Well, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's really crazy that he got convicted at all, especially when they said that even if he did injure her, it was basically accidental and due to his negligence. So you're trying to protect yourself. And in the process of trying to protect yourself, you accidentally injure the person whom you're trying to protect yourself from. And then you get jail or you get convicted for that. Please make it all make sense. We all know why this happened. Okay, so from a purely legal standpoint, it would be more wise to wait to give a public statement until after sentencing. That's what I agree on. Because some of the questions she asked him, he clearly looked like he didn't know what to say. And so didn't look like he had rehearsed his talking points or prepared himself for the questions that might have been thrown at him. Who is his publicist? I have several questions. I don't think it was smart for him to do this interview. I absolutely don't, especially when I saw how it turned out. That's just me. He should likely have waited until after sentencing. So anyway, but Majors is likely balancing other factors such as public relations and his future career opportunities. This is what Kate Mingle's partner at Kinsella Holy Etzer Sticer Power LLP says. Now, shortly after the verdict was delivered, Disney's Marvel Studios dropped the actor as Kang the Conqueror from its upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe films. This also makes the placement of the interview on the Disney-owned ABC News, Majors' first since the trial, highly unusual. So, a For Your Consideration ad for Creed 3, which starred Majors alongside Michael B. Jordan, played during a commercial break ahead of the interview. Majors was not shown in the ad. Asked whether he believed he'd work in Hollywood again, Majors laughingly said, "Yeah, I do. I pray I do." Now, the initial interview ran on Good Morning America early Monday. Additional segments will run on Good Morning America 3 with an extended version set to stream on Davis's ABC News live program, primetime Monday, later on Monday. And so anyway, what do y'all think about it? Because I think he just messed up. I think that he should not have said anything, should not have done this interview at all until after the fact. It's my opinion. Reggie said they're going to phase him out. Stacy says, or not Stacy. Reggie said, yeah, whoever is advising him needs to have several seats. They clearly do. Soft and Spicy said, fumbled a Marvel character over some chick. Yeah. Stacy also says he should have kept quiet. I agree. Denise said his career ascension was so rapid. I found his overnight stardom a little suspicious. He was set up for a public fall humiliation. Could be the case. Uma Radio said, cry me an entire river. Okay. Scoop said he must not have the right people in his ear. Yeah, I definitely don't think so. I just don't. I definitely don't think so. Oh, also, hold on, beloveds. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find somebody's page. Hold on, to shout them out. Somebody's new page. Hold on. Because their channel got taken by YouTube. Okay, here it is. Okay. Shout out to Yusuf from Celebrity News Galaxy. Y'all know Yusuf. I've had him on my panel before. Today's his birthday. So happy birthday, Yusuf. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day, beloved. Okay, shout out to Yusuf at Celebrity Galaxy News. Okay, for those of you who are following his channel, Tea in the Teal Kitchen, he's no longer there. YouTube took that channel. And so he has a whole new channel, Celebrity News Galaxy. All right, so with that all being said, let me just go ahead and tell you all now, Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be interviewing Andrew Wyatt. Okay, Andrew Wyatt is Bill Cosby's publicist, and we're going to be talking about Diddy. We're going to talk about Mr. Cosby. We're going to talk about several things, but we're going to also talk about the Survivors Act. Okay, we're going to talk about that because at the end of the day, we want to talk about how that's affecting certain things. All right, so I'm going to have him as a guest on the show on Wednesday. So make sure you tune in for your daily vitamins Wednesday evening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. The Adult Survivors Act. We're going to be talking about that. And like I said, we're going to talk about Diddy. And we're also going to talk about some things as it pertains to Mr. Cosby. All right. To get some things straightened out for some people who have who don't have the information. Okay. So with that all being said, stay tuned for that on Wednesday. All right. So now, first things first. Let's talk about Cat Williams' interview again. You know, because if you listen to what Cat was saying with a third eye, with your third eye, which I call the first eye, and if you had your critical thinking cap on, you likely realize some things that other people didn't quite catch. I want you all to pay attention. Now I'm going to share my screen and show you all the TikTok video that I did this morning, because I noticed something that Cat exposed, and it explained to me why Kevin likely did what he did a while ago when he was on an interview with Kelly Clarkson. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. So a lot of comedians have been responding to the things that Cat Williams said in his interview with Shannon Sharp. But the one thing they're not doing is denying the accusations. They're responding, but are they really denying anything that he said? Well, absolutely not. And then there are other people coming out to actually confirm that the things that Cat said are in fact true. But I want you to pay attention to something that Kat said and then look at something that Kevin Hart did a while ago. Let's get into it.
They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves.
Cat Williams was recently a part of one of the most controversial interviews of the year when he was featured in an episode of the podcast series Club Shay Shay with its host Shannon Sharp. And brace yourselves because there is a lot to unpack in this interview, as Cat Williams did not hold back not one bit and was quick to expose everyone who has ever spoken down on him. Not only does he expose fellow comedians for lying on his name, but even goes as far as to call out big-name celebrities such as Kevin Hart and Ludacris for being a part of the Illuminati.
You know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? Is to act like it didn't happen. Chris is Epstein Island. Chris Tucker. Not Smokey. Oh, Lord.
Now, if you notice in the beginning of that clip, Kat said that they pay you to not talk about things that they don't want you to talk about. And one of the main things that you're supposed to do when you sell your soul is to act like it didn't happen. So I find that very interesting because if you remember, Kevin Hart was interviewed by Kelly Clarkson and she was asking him a question and he was literally shushing her because he did not want to talk about it. Please pay attention.
I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just, you've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to. That was my way of cueing you. Like, it's open time.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can keep talking about anything.
But don't do it.
Yeah.
Now, just what was Kelly offered millions of dollars to do? What was Kevin offered? And did Kevin take the offer? Because it looks like Kelly didn't, but it also looks like Kevin possibly did. And that's likely why he didn't want her to discuss it. And this all goes back to my previous video where I talked about how Kat mentioned Diddy and being offered $50 million more than once. Please pay attention. I got real suspicious. Was Diddy trying to set Kat up? Let's get into it.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was in.
No, because Kelly did say that she was offered millions of dollars, okay, to do something she didn't want to do. And same thing with Kat. And Kevin knew exactly what Kelly Clarkson was talking about. That's why he wanted to silence her. Didn't want her to talk about it. Yeah. What is he hiding? I would love to know the truth. And you know, the thing is, none of these people can really deny the things that Kat said because he was clearly speaking the truth. What they will do is probably try to act like he's crazy or on some type of illegal substances so that we'll stop listening to what he has to say. Please pay attention. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. All right, so you all heard that. Now, why was he trying to shush her during that interview? Because she said she had been offered millions of dollars to do something that she didn't want to do. And she asked him if he'd been offered anything. And then all of a sudden he's putting his finger up there trying to get her to be quiet. Yeah, so he was obviously offered some money, okay? Now, this makes a whole lot of sense. Is this why every time, like I told you guys, someone tries to expose him? Because remember, at the beginning of that clip, Cat Williams said that they pay you to not talk about things that they don't want you to talk about. Is that why Diddy was trying to get him to go to those parties? Is that why Kat was offered $50 million? I have a whole lot of questions. I think that's absolutely what it was all about. I told you all yesterday that it was likely to try to get Kat to be quiet and stop telling all this stuff, try to get him in a compromising position, okay, and have something they can blackmail him with later and hold it over his head so he won't be able to tell anything to anyone. Okay, make it all make sense. Make it all make sense, but hold on. Because Charlemagne the Devil, as I love to call him affectionately, of course, had some things to say about Cat Williams' thoughts on Kevin Hart. And he said, Charlemagne that is, that, hold on. I literally just had, hold on, let me pull that up real quick. He said that he doesn't agree with what Cat Williams said about Kevin's career. Well, we know you don't agree, Charlemagne the Devil, because Charlemagne the Devil has been kissing and licking Kevin Hart's boots for years. Did anyone else notice that before? Because I've always noticed it. Please pay attention. Okay, so let me just play the audio. I'm going to put an overlay on the screen so you all can hear what Charlamagne the Devil had to say.
Early LA shit, but we watched Kev sitcom not be successful. We watched Kev's Soul Plane not do well. And then Kev hit that stand-up circuit. And Kev was in those comedy clubs. And I can tell y'all things that I saw firsthand. Kev would have his team walk around the comedy clubs and collect everybody's email. And he would collect these emails all across the country. And he started sending out a newsletter. Kev would send out a newsletter every week telling you where he's going to be. By the time all of these social media platforms hit, I remember when Twitter first came out, and we all was like, how the fuck Kev get all of these followers? Because he already had this database of people because of his newsletter. Yeah. I remember when Kev sold out, and I've told this story a million. I don't know about the early LA a million times. It's in Kev's book too. Kev sold out Caroline's Comedy Club 12 times in a weekend. Like he did some unprecedented shit where he had like shows on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like 3 shows a night or 4 shows a night. It was some crazy, unprecedented number. Kept adding shows. Sold out, packed, lying down the fucking block, and just we backstage. Kevin Duvall going at it like they always do, like just back then, like they, because they was always on the same circuit, going back and forth. Kev looked at Duvall and said, "Hey man, they're about to announce my name. When they announce my name, the crowd's gonna go so crazy that I'm not gonna be able to hear you. So we probably should just end this conversation now." And as soon as Kevin said that, coming to the stage, you see them on this a million times. It's in Kevin. See them on this, you see them on that, you see them on that. From Philadelphia, Kevin Hart. Crowd loses it. Kev walks off, turns back to Duvall, winks, and goes on stage. I saw that for myself. That was 2009. Maybe early 2010. So yeah, that's the I gotta disagree with Cat on that one. I was at one of those sold out shows. Yeah, I remember when he did that at Caroline, and that was such a huge moment. Deal. See them on this.
15 years in Hollywood. No one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? 15 years in Hollywood. No one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart.
All right, so you all heard it. Now, what do you all think? Do you all agree with Charlamagne the Devil? Once in the chat if you agree with Charlamagne the Devil. Once in the chat. The Crazy Beach Air said, Kevin is an immature grown man boy. Jacob said Kat was right. I agree. Alice said Kevin's not funny to me and his commercials either. Yeah, he's definitely not funny to me either. And here's the thing. Some of the stuff that Charlamagne the Devil said may have been true about him gathering the emails and broadening his database and all of that. But the bottom line is Kevin did do something that would help him get to the top. In my opinion, he wore a dress. He wore a dress, okay? Kevin said that he would never wear a dress, and then he wore a dress. And then when he wore the dress, he said it was his own choice. Well, it doesn't matter whose choice it was. He told us he'd never wear one, and you did. And so, quite frankly, he didn't just come up with the idea to wear the dress. Someone else gave him the idea. Someone else requested and asked him to do it, I'm sure. Just like with all the other men that are asked to wear dresses. And he did so. And I believe that he was paid handsomely for doing so. And that solidified his place in a certain segment or a certain area, making him one of the gatekeepers. Now, of course, this is all alleged and speculation. And it's my opinion. Okay, it's my opinion. All right. Reggie said Kevin has performed on the ritual he was expected to do. I think so. I think that the wearing of the dress is a humiliation ritual that some have to engage in. Either you do that or you do something else. That's just what I think. Now, I could be wrong, but I also could be right. Please pay attention. So it's also nefarious at the end of the day. Why was he telling Kelly Clarkson to shush when she asked him about being offered millions of dollars to do something he didn't want to do? He didn't want to answer that question. Why didn't he just answer it? I'm sure we know why. Okay, please pay attention. Now let's talk about Jaguar Wright. Let's talk about Jaguar Wright because Jaguar had something to say about Tyler Perry, and I found it also interesting. Please pay attention.
Tyler Perry told his male actors they're not allowed to consort with me because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler, and you were having a glorious time. I spent a lot of time in Miami and I snuck around Star Island quite a bit. I know Christian isn't lying, but I need him to tell me what happened to my friends. And I don't care how long it's been since I talked to them. They will always be my friends. Always. Tim and Durrett and Lamont Rucker were not the same after they went on camera with Tyler Perry. Christian, I think you can tell me why. Hit me up. Can you please tell me why they were directed by Tyler Perry to never speak to me again?
Now, I have several questions. Okay, now why would Tyler Perry, and allegedly, of course, why would Tyler Perry tell Lamont Rucker and other actors not to talk to Jaguar ever again? Is it because she claims that she saw him at Diddy's party? And if she really saw him at Diddy's party, what was he doing, honey? It had to be nefarious if what she says is true. It has to be nefarious. Okay, this is all crazy. Desi said, where's Christian Keys? Still working, I'm sure. When Chappelle wore a dress, who saw that? We know Tyler is an open closet, sister. This is all crazy, honey. I have questions. Now, what was Tyler Perry doing at that party, honey? Because Jag, y'all know Jag be having receipts. I'm not saying that she actually saw him there, but if she said she did, I pretty much believe it, okay? Because if she didn't see him there, wouldn't he have come out and said something? I have questions. Okay, Kajima says if Tyler innocent, he can sue the mess out of Jaguar, but he won't because she's not lying, LOL. I don't think she's lying either, because one thing about it is all the stuff that Jag says about these celebrities, none of them ever come out and debunk it, disprove it, say anything, to the contrary, or sue her, like you all said. None of that ever happened, so I just find it all very interesting and quite frankly suspicious. Okay, please pay attention. And then now, allegedly telling people not to talk to her, what do you think, Tyler Perry, that Jaguar could possibly say about you? Okay, what do you think? And let's not forget, Christian already said that there are some people on that payroll. I wonder who's on there. I have questions, but it's not my business. Let me stop being messy. Okay, why tell the actors don't talk to her again? Why not just sue her, Tyler? Okay. Right, if she lied or anything like that, right? Nakia said, I have questions too, Queen. Okay. B Go said, I don't believe her. LOL, Jag is full of stories. Well, like I said, if she's lying, honey, somebody should be suing and filing defamation, libel, and slander suits, because that's what I would be doing if some of these things were said about me and I knew they were absolute lies. But nobody's filing paperwork, so I have questions. I'm inclined to believe that it's still true. Okay, Reggie said, and salacious. Desi Dan said Tyler was power bottoming at these parties. Honey, allegedly. I'm not getting into that. That's what you said, not me. Y'all, for the record, Desi Dan said that. I didn't say it. Please pay attention. Okay. Sarah said, Tyler been messy for years. No surprise. Not messy. Wendy Ray said they don't know what kind of receipts Jaguar has. Queen Fab said, yes, Jaguar has said and done questionable things, but I believe the majority of what she said, okay? Kajima said, Jaguar been proven right over the years. She's been said what Cassie said about Diddy years ago, LOL. Exactly. Kajima says, LOL, Queen dry snitching and leaving her royals to dry. Kajima said, hold on, you all. Hold on. Kajima, you are not going to go in on me. Kajima said, LOL, Queen dry snitching and leaving her royals out to dry. Now, y'all know good and well, I didn't say that. Desi Dad said it. I just read the comment, please. Leave me out of it, honey. This is all crazy. Just being said, Diddy throwing Andrew Gillum parties, y'all. Not Andrew Gillum. High Kick CT said dry snitching. The lovely T said Tyler was having a good time, honey. All I know is Jag said that now people can't talk to her. And now certain people cannot talk to her. This is all crazy. Okay, that crazy bitch Aaron said, little old me, Queen. I know that's right, honey. I'm just trying to put the news out. Y'all need to leave me out of it, honey. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning back in once again. Please like and share. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Hold on. Let me show you all the video about the aliens, honey. Now, you all tell me what you all think, because I find it all nefarious. Please pay attention. I almost forgot to show this. Hold on. Here we go.
Gotta be fucking spaceship. I mean, look at the fucking chakras we're fucking up right now. Oh my god. Did I?
Okay, what do you all have to say about that? Corey said those are holograms. Okay, we must fight the aliens. They are unholy, says Christopher. Wendy says, hold on. Wendy says only illegal aliens would think this is an alien. Just being said, they want Epstein's list too. Let me tell you all something. At the end of the day, I find it all so that's an absolute madness, Queen. Let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, I find it all so interesting that this happens right when that list comes out. Don't you all? Clearly trying to get our minds off that list, honey. They could sit down somewhere. I told you they can't distract you if you have, unless you have a one-track mind, okay? That's what it all seems like to me, like they're trying to distract us with this foolishness. All right, now clearly, I'm sorry. I absolutely think that was holograms. They need to sit down somewhere. It's all crazy. They rode past Earth and locked their doors, said Queen Sam. Okay, Queen and Royals. Did anyone hear that Honeycombs has attempted to be being a fun boy? So now that means alleged Kim went for no reason. Hold on, honey. So he admitted to it? Well, here's the thing. He might as well admit to it. But no, beloved, I told you all. I want you to pay attention because I told you all that the reason that Kim is no longer here, according to Sloan Bella, the psychic, she said it didn't have anything to do with him being a fun boy. It was other things. I told you all this over a month ago. It was other things that he didn't want Kim to talk about. Not him being a fun boy. Nah. He wasn't worried about that because he been out here hugging on men, kissing on men, calling men daddy, doing all sorts of inappropriate things. All we had to do was read between the lines to know what he really was into. But the thing is, Sloan Bella said it has something to do with much more nefarious things like children. Okay, please pay attention. So I said that like over a month ago, beloved. At the end of the day, no, that's not what it was all about because we already knew that we already could tell that Diddy's door allegedly swings both ways, if you know what I mean. Okay? So with that all being said, Corey said the aliens were searching for a Diddy party. Okay? So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to like and share this video. At the end of the day, there's 705 people in the chat. Please, let's get the likes up to the same. And also, do not forget to Wednesday, not tomorrow, but Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be interviewing Bill Cosby's publicist, Andrew Wyatt, and we're going to be talking about Diddy, Mr. Cosby, and the Adult Survivors Act, okay, and some other stuff. So y'all pay attention because it's going to be interesting. All right, until next time, beloved, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin. God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther. Shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people. I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got